you? What do you do? Hi, I'm Tyree Riggs. I'm head of vision for Pita Pit. I want to know what your first hourly job was.
So I actually worked at a pet resort. That was my first hourly job.
Wow.
I became the manager within a month.
Okay.
I took it very seriously.
Yeah. It sounded like it. What did you love about it?
Obviously, animals are way cooler than people.
Yeah.
So that was the first part. But also I kind of systemized everything. I was a little bit of a all the dogs and all the cats had exactly what they needed, exactly when they needed it. The pet owners loved me because I would actually send them voice recordings because we didn't have cell phones the way that we do now.
Yeah.
But I would call on the phone with their animal. Hey, Snoopy's here. So I made it personal too.
Yeah. So what do you love about your job now?
Is kind of the freedom I have to explore things that are kind of not the average, not the normal way to do things. In fact, we're kind of really actively looking for the things that are not what everyone else is doing. And not just for the sake of that, obviously, but so many people say things like, well, no one else is doing that, so why would you do that?
Especially in this industry. But we've always done it that way.
Exactly.
For sure.
And the first thing, every time I come up with something new, the first thing that a lot of people ask me is, well, who else is doing that? Mm-hmm. Why aren't they doing that then? If this is such a great idea, why isn't somebody already doing it? I think that is so the wrong attitude to approach this industry with, or any industry with.
Yeah, you never get innovation with that.
Exactly.
Do you have any guess what every department said their top priority in 2025 was?
Growth?
In a way.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't pay people. I'm going to preface this.
Okay.
I did not pay people to give these results.
Okay.
Number one priority was workforce.
Okay. Really?
Across every department. In the over 2 decades that I've been serving or in hospitality, never has there been that alignment, and never has workforce as a proactive initiative been top of mind.
I would agree.
And that's very interesting. It's been fascinating to me to see the innovations that are happening in workforce. I've been doing a lot of these little podcast recordings, right?
Yeah.
And every vendor I talk to is helping with workforce in some way. And I think there's this huge gap where in the vertical, everyone for years has said, well, there's going to always be people who want to work at restaurants. And that lack of innovation because of that mindset, right? There's been no vision. There's been no, hey, this incoming group that has absolutely zero soft skills, how are we going to help them make eye contact with guests?
Right.
We've
been thinking a lot about that.
Yes. Yeah, it's a thing, right? That you actually should smile when someone smiles at you, right?
And you'll have to ask Peter about something that he just came up with called Wave Wage. It's a new thing that we're working on.
Interesting. Okay, I want to know more.
It's exactly for this reason.
Well, that's what all of that preface was to ask you. Tell me about some of the vision that you have around your workforce. Tell me about what you guys are kind of trying and piloting, because part of vision and innovation is you're going to fail.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you fail quick, but you're going to be experimenting the whole time. So what do you have in the works?
What we're really looking at is college funds that we can create and adapt for the franchisees, for their employees, something that is hopefully motivating, paying for people's college. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Should be motivating.
That should be motivating
at
to
least
stay
for
with
the right
company.
People want to stick around.
Yeah, exactly. We're also working on incentives where if we're busy, they're actually going to get a bump in pay. That's so that, those people who come in 5 minutes before close, they don't turn to the door and go, oh, sorry, we're closing. You know what I mean? I said, okay, oh, shoot, this is my chance to get an extra however many dollars. Come in,
Yeah.
Because as business owners, I would love to have more customers and give them what they need and want and give them a great experience instead of closing the doors.
What at RLC are you hoping to find?
More inspiration. This is such a cool group of people so many of them are just at the top of our industry. It's we all want to know what everyone else is doing, but also I'm looking to be inspired by other people and also who else is on the same page. Because actually collaboration I think is a really important thing these days.
A lot of people I've talked to at RLC so far, they're primed and ready to look at how they invest in long-term.
Yeah.
It's not fighting fires like it was for the last 5 years, right? We stabilized last year. Now we're going to assess and invest, right? Long-term plans. So I think there's plenty of people who you'll find to collaborate with here. I think there's a lot of people on that same page.
I'm excited.
Well, thank you for your time. If you had someone out there who was paying attention to this and they wanted to collaborate, or what you're saying is resonating with them and they want to get in touch, how should they reach out?
Tyree Riggs at pitapitusa.com.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.